Well, hey, pre-K parents, this is Jeff, and I'm here with another Continue the Journey activity for you this week. And these Continue the Journey activities are designed to help you as you help your child on their journey to find Jesus and fall in love with him and follow him now and for the rest of their lives. This activity is called Shepherd's Voice. It's going to really reinforce our big idea this week, which was I belong to Jesus. You don't need any materials or equipment for this other than a Bible. You can use a pre-K Bible like this. You can use your big grown-up Bible. You can use a Bible app or search YouTube or Vimeo for the Bible story this week, which is John chapter 10, the first chunk of John chapter 10. So in this week's pre-K experience, like I said, our big idea was that I belong to Jesus, and we talked about the classic story from John chapter 10, where Jesus describes himself as the good shepherd, which means that we are like sheep. We belong to Jesus. But in that passage, there's two different voices that talk to the sheep. There's the good shepherd's voice, and there's the stranger's voice. And one of our jobs as the sheep is to learn the difference between when the good shepherd is talking to us or the stranger is talking to us. And that's what this activity is all about. So here's what you do for this activity. First of all, read this Bible passage to your kids from John chapter 10 and then say, okay, it says you guys are sheep, so let's pretend to be sheep and let them crawl around and baa at things and pretend to eat grass. And stand them next to one wall in a room and say, okay, you're going to start to read some statements. And if the statement is something Jesus would say, then the sheep should run to you, the shepherd. If it's something the stranger would say, they should run away to the opposite wall in the room. And that way they're going to learn to discern between Jesus' voice and the stranger's voice. All right, and then I'll put up a full list of sample statements in the comments on YouTube or in the description on YouTube, and you can get them there. I'll give you a few examples right now, and you can use the examples I give you, or you can come up with your own at home. It's pretty easy to do this. So here's some of the statements that I have. You should love God with your whole heart. Obviously something the shepherd would say. It's okay to steal little things. Something that the stranger would say. Listen to your parents and do what they say. Another shepherd statement. And then another stranger statement would be, if someone's in your way, you can push them. So a number of these kind of things, like I said, I'll put a full list in the description for this video on YouTube. If you're watching this streaming on Facebook, just head over to the Journeys Crossing YouTube channel. You'll find a playlist there for our pre-K Continue the Journey experiences. You'll find this one right at the top of it, and you'll be able to see this whole list in the description. When you're done, like I said, use this or come up with your own. You know what actually your kid needs to hear. So if they need to hear something specifically that the stranger might be telling them, make sure you include that. When it's all done, ask them this question. What are some other things you think Jesus might tell you to do? It's great to hear them think about some of those things, and you can get a little picture of where their cute little brains are at right now. I love catching those little glimpses from my kids. Like I said, this is a pretty easy activity. There's no prep work, there's no materials, just time to watch your kid run around like a sheep and baa and learn to tell the difference between the shepherd's voice and the stranger's voice. I hope you have a lot of fun with this activity. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.